Greetings and salutations, my operators, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. Last time, we started case 4, which is a murder in the streets, or rather, an attempted murder in the streets. Our client is a fellow Japanese. What's his name? Soseki Natsume, I think? The famous Japanese poet who famously said the Japanese are too poetic to, directly say I love you. So they say instead the moon is beautiful tonight, and if you reciprocate, you say I could die. So I say attempted murder because the person who was stabbed is still alive, but they're unconscious. So yeah. Oh, also we're at Sholm's home right now. Let's figure what's going on. Or because he's the one who found out the defendant was at the scene of crime somehow. 19th February, 12:53 p.m. Sholm's suite. So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Mr. Susato? Susato-san?
Many famous cases here.
No.
Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room.
Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be.
The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it! The romanticism! Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, I suppose I can, yes.
So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me.
She's obsessed. Well, looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me? Is anybody home?
Oh, do you have a visitor? Hello. Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Hello. Wait. Aren't you...
Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
I'm sure it's the same girl. Mrs. Hato, did you see the girl who was just here?
Oh, yes. Isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case.
The King of Bowaria?
King Wilhelm
Gottfried Sigismund von Ornstein, of course. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there.
The tea's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah, it's you!
I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too.
Ah, there you are. And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. Well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilda's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Who are you? having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London.
Oh, yes, it was challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color? Yeah.
Oh my. What a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray! It's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here. And you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you?
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes? To you, Shirley?
Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. I met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things? Do you think?
And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mrs. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley.
Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name.
What?
What's the matter?
No, wait. This can't be. Did you say your name is... Your name is Wilson?
What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Renosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan.
Ah, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it. Susie?
And Runo? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start.
Yes, and so do I.
Iris. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey?
Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry you couldn't have been more welcoming.
Though, at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us.
Like this? Ah, thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you?
Oh yes, that awkward witness. Gina Lestrade.
Oh, Guinea? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that.
Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption?
Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions.
This girl's dangerous.
Anyway, I brought Guinea back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, your technician?
Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yes, Herlock! Herlock Sholmes. We live here together.
I had no idea the great detective has such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? Not likely.
What?
I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate.
Your roommates?
I hope you don't mind me asking, Alice, but how old are you? 10 at last year. 10 at last this year.
Well, what of your mother and father?
Oh no, they're not around.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Wilson.
Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Of course, of course. Go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Rance magazine. Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world.
My stories?
That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness! Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for our next issue before you came. So you are the author? Yes. I'll let you know on a secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure the Speckled Band.
The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar.
Of course. I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a famous snake be the cause of all the trouble.
Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually.
Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. So some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, don't you think?
I think, don't you?
So, do you mean to say... Are stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rance magazine? All written by me? Yes! On my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson.
So, Susan's getting more and more worked up.
Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's not true. That's not true, too. I am a doctor of medicine.
No, at 10 years old?
At 10 years old?
Well, that's quite incredible.
But, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Ah, yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow. I suppose it does, yes.
Poor Susao-san. She looks like her whole world has just fallen apart. Your deductions just now. About before.
Yes, yes? What's on your mind, Runo? Do tell me.
How did you know? That I was a lawyer, and that we just arrived in London, I mean.
Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How do you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, Tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted, although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Iris Wilson is proud to present her logic and reasoning spectacular. First of all, I already knew you were a lawyer, Runo. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber.
But you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that?
I observed a passport and a travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket.
Oh,
So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs.
the Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Ah. I use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And our stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see.
But how did you know that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley saw the gesture of the case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling.
A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been
Mr. Natsume! Mr. Natsume! Now, Bruno has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his nose with a knife. You know, he's silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on.
That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction.
You managed to discern something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. You even managed to discern something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery.
Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This really is good news. Very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please.
The case of the Japanese man. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying?
Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective was a popular man, it seems.
Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had...
Wait, what?
There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene.
A
A short, shifty-looking, stooped man.
Mr. Natsumi, beyond any doubt. So Saki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all.
Harley used his great detective powers to determine the man's address. There's a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police. And what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man, shivering fear.
Mr. Shom's great deduction certainly hit the mark that time.
Of course it did. He's a great detective.
Still, that means that the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Harley says that London is rife with crime.
Oh.
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear. I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of working... Oh, God. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system.
I suppose it is. But in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Saki-san. Thank you for answering so many. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Wow, I'm just stuttering. I'm reading it. I'm just stuttering horribly right now. This has been very informative.
Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about the case as well.
Well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsumi, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings.
There.
If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson.
Ah, goody. In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you'll want to know.
What is this?
A 5 shilling piece and a postcard, it seems.
This postcard has been entered into court record. A card for Inspector Gregson with a message on the back from Iris.
It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem."
Why at an angle?
Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it?
Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck then. I'm going to return to my writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea. Come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime.
So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all. We head back to the scene with Iris's curious note, and
one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. To be continued, really? Man, even the investigations split up in parts. Madness. 19th February, 2:38 p.m. Briar Road. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. What the hell voice did I give him? Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? Sorry, I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Give that here. I want. Come on, hand over. That's for me. Yarr. Don't wait for me. Give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously. But it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... That's right. For the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time. Yes, of course. Yes. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course. Her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black wherever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, far away. What do you want to know? Really? Can't remember what voice I gave him. I don't think I gave him an accent. Because I lost the ability to do that. Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsumi's lodgings. A little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there, look. Wait, really? Seriously? He was right across the street from where the stabbing took place! Oh boy. That's silly. Inconvenient? No. On the first floor of the house, on the corner where the wreck of a bicycle propped up. That is nearby indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is the Mr. John Garrid. Right, well, if you see her again, make sure and give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it! You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes! Don't worry, Inspector. We will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship! Well, at least he told us what he wanted to know before he left. Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsumi's lodgings? Definitely.
Mr. Natsume's lodgings. The lodgings of Mr. Soseki Natsume. According to information gleaned from the Inspector Person. Interesting. This is... I assume he doesn't own these things? 19th February. Mr. Natsume's lodgings. May I help you? Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Gareed? Indeed it would, sir. And who, may I say, is calling? My name is Rinosuke Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodging here? We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client.
One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Gareedeb. Gareedeb? Is that a real last name? Is there a pronunciation guide for this? It's a story from the real Sherlock Holmes. Not the thing.
Garadeb.
Garadeb?
Garadeb.
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 Where's the E coming from? I thought it'd be Gardeb. I think Gurdeb.
Garadeb. Garadeb.
It's Garadeb. Damn the English language and their weird phonetic guides. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb. Did you see that, Mrs. Susaus? That was a real-life English maid.
I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better.
It's starting to feel like we've really arrived now, doesn't it?
We only need to meet a butler, and experience will be complete.
Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now. This way. That's a full-size cannon! What's it doing in here?
Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica.
That was thing. No. That's a little more than a toy. Sorry? The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house. Really? Isn't it overkill? Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garadeb?
Oh, this is. Take Joanne here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserves. Tries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Joanne tells me. Which rather proves my point, I feel. It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge can looks like it's hanging at its head in shame. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it?
It's clearly been well looked after, though.
The whole thing, ha! Not much better than rags, really. Oh? Well, that's your mental garb at my retirement bash, you see, you know. But I'm not one for dwelling in the past. Me would have glanced thrown out, but you know how it is. Anyway, doesn't hurt to have doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner. Yes, it's displayed on. Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say. Although it bothers me that it's not straight.
What? That old thing? Sorry? I should be glad to see the back of it. But the general turned in his grave, I dispose of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the body thing out. But the wall's the best place for it. Keeps the bally thing out of my way.
So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose.
It's the English Suneri.
There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation?
Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for. Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet. But I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals on his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles.
That portrait of Mr. Garrett is glaring at me, I swear. Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garrett as well?
Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mouthpiece as well. Ah, yes. Seems to come back from... Seems to be... Ah, yes. Seems to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket.
Seem to come back? What do you mean?
The chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. In point of fact, now that I think of it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need.
The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus.
My tongue is actually exhausted.
The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements.
Susasan doesn't pull her punches, or her throws for that matter.
Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view.
What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm gonna have a very quick look. Just a little peek.
Maybe let's not, Mr. Sato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea.
This window looks out over Briar Road where the young woman was attacked.
Oh yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene.
The glass is rather murky, isn't it? I can't see very clearly.
Does this thing open at all, I wonder?
I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of our London winter, sir.
Sorry?
As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go open windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you.
It seems very unlikely that these two would have seen anything of the incident then.
Oh, look. What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand.
Lined up? It looks more like someone has half demolished them to me.
Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It is quite the English way. Is Mr. Garrett
Garadab.
Mr. Garadib. Is it Mr. Garadib's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea?
That sounds delightful.
Oh, wait a minute though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. Well, naturally, and it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whenever Mr. Garadib doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joanne, you shall have to tidy up. How magnanimous of you. I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garadib. Do you enjoy reading? Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book.
Oh, the copy of Rand's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garadib enjoys the adventures of Sherlock Holmes too.
The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. Good day to you. John Garadib, at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Minosuke Naruhodo. He's the defense lawyer.
Do excuse me for not getting up. You were shot at the knee a few years back in the battle of my wand, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from the service. Hand over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the 2nd floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs.
You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo.
Do you think so?
Well, Mr. Garadib, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
Oh, it was nothing. The medal was just a folderol. Really? Wouldn't like to offend the general though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joanne? Let these good people see it properly. Joanne, fetch the— Ah! That's all, woman! Be careful! Oh, dearie me! I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands! I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right?
Yes. We would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only too pleased, naturally. Especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blightly. We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even has some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so...
No. Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Sosaki-san's room. It's a bloody nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighborhood is twitching in curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling. About Mr. Natsume.
About Mr. Natsume, then, Mr. Garadib. Please, do tell us.
Ah, yes. The Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Oh my god. Really? I thought he's been here for a year. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. I have two lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor became available a week ago, you know. Do you see it? Ah! That's all, Joanne! Be careful! Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him.
Oh, why?
He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written all across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joanne, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm really wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all?
Oh yes, there was. And she's dying to tell us. The shady lodger. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books. It is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the fine little man is up long past time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah.
Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine?
Oh!
I don't understand that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct?
That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Then, how is it you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed.
Yeah, why? Good grief, go on! Be more careful, woman! Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. The incident 2 days ago. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time? The window?
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. This incident took place on the pavement, just on the far side of on the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
"5 o'clock is dinner time at the Garrett household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joanne?" No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well, yes? Was there something then? Well, there's nothing particularly significant, but around that sort of time here, and for the love of God, Joanne, what you're doing? Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. Do be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Neroholo. Oh, yes? I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Mr. Garrideb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing so. Joanne Dashall! What is the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet and uneventful meal. Joanne. That's right, Mr. Garrideb. What is the matter with these two?
It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what?
I wish I knew. Mr. Natsume's room. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak?
Yes. Told me Nat's his name. Had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services?
That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean? Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try.
We need all the
clues we can lay our hands on. Shall we?
Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
Could you... Oh, whoops, that's wrong one. So sleepy. What the heck happened here? Look at the crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it?
Oh my. A genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken, and the crockery is, oh dear, it's in pieces.
It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice.
Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it.
Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. A small, dark room rented by a visiting scholar from the Empire of Japan by the name of Soseki Natsume. Cat. 19th February. Mr. Natsume's room. What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mounds of old books that are responsible for that.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life.
No, me neither.
It's so dark in here too. Is that the window over there?
Well, it was a window, I think, yes. Once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives.
By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you?
No, that's true. But according to what Mr. Garrideb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating.
my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master's away.
I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolored Mike, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain?
Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days.
We've been on a boat for like a month though.
That desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mounds of books on either side.
I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes. Surely he dreamt of books every night as well.
Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from the second-hand bookshop. Your books.
Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase, 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident.
That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
Second-hand book receipt has been entered into the court record. Our receipt discovered in Mr. Natsume's room for some books he had purchased from a second-hand bookshop before the incident occurred. Where the hell did he come from?
Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo.
Aha! There he is. Where did he appear from?
He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book.
I hope he won't mind if we disturbed him.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Sholmes?
Good day, you two. Good day. Now, let me see. What was it that we met?
Oh, Mrs. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Buria.
Yes, of course, the Buria. And let me see what happened on that voyage. It was Kazuma Hosogi. He died, tragically. But you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Hosogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it?
Oh.
Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least.
What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great detective, by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madame. Hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susato. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. I lose the first round. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Tosaki-san in that short of an amount of time? I'm afraid the perchance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. A little? It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom. You know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully. He means ours, I suppose.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness! What an earnest expression. My dear madame, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
Mr. Natsume's arrest. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki no Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road.
Natsume, yes. I believe it was a name rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Mr. Susaru, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What?
I can't believe he was looking Susaru-san squarely in the eye while fraying ignorance.
I assure you, I am not merely fraying ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
Oh? How?
I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your astute compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim: "We need you to discern the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene."
Ah, a man seen fleeing.
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, would you say? I believe there was a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then?
That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties. Hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books. I found myself quite lost in bibliophilia. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No. Oh dear.
Mr. Garrideb, the landlord.
Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yes, Mr. Garrideb, a retired military man.
It was the first time I have ever met a soldier from the Great British Institutes. That is the services.
And it was the first time I ever met a maid from the Great British Institute that is service. I didn't think it was that funny.
I do apologize. As you may very well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their social standing? Sorry?
To put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situations upstairs. Specifically, in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garrideb.
Oh?
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain.
I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. The dingy room.
This room is thoroughly suffocating for my soul, my dear fellow. For the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Mr. Natsume stabbed no one. But sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark blue room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see there is a window of sorts. But it's completely blocked with bricks. I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? What is that? Surely, not a tax on windows. Precisely that. My goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up. While the rich open windows here, there, everywhere. In an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered to at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that is correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodations. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I do believe I told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Yes. Mr. Naruhodo. Was not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remembered that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And probably so. And so properly, too. The thing is, it really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes. Trust. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? Ah! My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Yes. That was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I gotta say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garrett is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probe a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Oh look! It's a begging cat from back home. From home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsumi didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I want a lucky charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Are my eyes such a giveaway? Look at all these balls of paper on the floor. There are notes scrawled all over them in English. It looks like the it looks like the waste paper basket is so full they've just fallen out. I think Mr. Natsume must have been deeply immersed in his research, don't you? Or deeply averse to tidying up his mess. I wouldn't like to speculate which is closer to the truth. Hmm. 19th February, Mr. Garrett's room. Ah, you Paragon. Tell me, was Detective Chup, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Alex Jones? Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joanne. Now then, why don't you tell me what— For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what your bully while doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with your young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrett is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Are those mortar shells? They're enormous. Ah, I hadn't noticed. What are they doing there here?
Ah, the little things. Couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during training, you know. Became a bit of colorful regiment folklore. That is it. You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells? Well, I wouldn't say deliberately exactly. They're only scrap iron after all. Usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you? Useful for what exactly? Yes, well. Joanne here. Did you manage to knock one of the bully things on my foot the other... Joanne here did manage to knock one of the bully things on my foot the other day while she was dusting.
Oh no.
Hadn't shed here since 1869 before then, you know. Maybe reconsider throwing them away. Oh, dear God. How do you keep doing that? Ah, what's he doing over there?
Mr. Sholmes? Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows.
Good gracious! When did you sneak in here?
Poetic Sholmes, sir, at your service.
Whatever were you doing over there by the window?
I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madame. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I take the liberty of borrowing a small corner space by the window up here.
Well,
Keeping an eye to one's window at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ha! And one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
oh, me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of certain great detectives' great mind. Wait, he's not talking about, is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Oh, my word. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There's a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo?
I think so.
There's just enough time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter before dark. Mr. Garrett, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements.
I beg your pardon?
The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. And the second is that, as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruhodo, look!
The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How? How could you possibly?
How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? The answer could be simpler, sir. Or in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning. I am the king of beasts.
Oh!
And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
The Great Deduction.
The game is afoot. Topic 1. Nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see That fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid.
Aye.
Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts.
What is this piffle, I ask you?
In the end, the admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house.
What?
Yes, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Well,
Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to?
madame?
Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
It is?
Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Oh! Yes, we thought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garrett, at Batty's Circus. A traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe.
I most certainly did not.
I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok here in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lions prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. A rampaging Asiatic lion. Part 2, Aftermath. Now, Mr. Garrett. It's plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for the formidable beast. Indeed, in that blizz pose, the stress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amidst the tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage.
Nonsense, man. I simply...
But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Oh! A cartload of meats, potatoes, and wheat and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go.
Yes,
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? Yes, a massive which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive wooden carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madame, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. Oh! There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noblewoman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
Whatever do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks on the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
Conclusion: carpet gnawed on by the starving lion.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle.
Arrgh! What is the matter with you, Joanne? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrett. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
My deductions can be startling sharp. It stands to reason that your cupboard's runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too.
Oh. Mr. Sholmes? Sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation?
Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it again?
Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. Terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well?
But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrett and his maid would have been hurt, or worse.
Ah, that's where you are stuck.
No doubt the foreign military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon.
I thought you said they only sold the lion to the circus.
And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I have ever seen a lion that drinks tea. My dear Miss Susato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great Britain soil, Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Oh, what a glorious notion! Well then, Miss Naruhodo, it's your time to shine again.
I had a feeling that was coming.
A slight massage? That's all
oh god, my mouth is so tired right now. Oh.
A slight massage? That's all Mr. Sholmes' deduction needs. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsumi's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, wherever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe.
Let us start again. From the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
Course correction.
Hold it, Mr. Sholmes!
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to skip through as fast as possible, but it's really not moving. You can't skip this. I just read it all. I'm not gonna read it again. My mouth is so tired. I need a little break. Oh god. I really didn't see that line thing coming.
Now, but if you observe Mr. Gyarados' reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room.
Yes, something with a very fierce nature.
But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India.
So what was it then?
We must follow Mr. Gyarados' gaze. That will lead us to the true answer.
Look at this photograph. Oh. He's married to the maid. Or the victim? Was the victim their child? Well, whatever. We'll figure out later. What's this photograph?
It appears to be from Mr. Gyarados' wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but he can't make out his bride.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply here. These are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them.
I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Gyarados from his time in the army.
Ah, of course. He mentioned about to us before, didn't he?
Do you remember? He said that he'd been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that hit him?
If around that size him in the knee, hit him in his knee, there'd be nothing left of it, or Mr. Gyarados for that matter. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper, and this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display, well, rubbish on the mantelpiece.
Take that!
Behind the lion statue on the mantelpiece, almost deliberately hidden from view, is a photograph. Though I've yet to examine it in detail, I can assure you that it holds the answer. Because I am employing an extremely advanced detection technique called jumping to conclusions, you see. That deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it. I find myself wanting to never have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact. Oh, sorry. Let's try again.
Well, what we do know with some certainty is that a destructive creature has been at work in this room.
And that Mr. Gyarados inadvertently looked in the direction of something that gives its identity away. Yes, if we investigate thoroughly enough, we ought to find the answer.
What should Mr. Gyarados turn around to?
It's here somewhere.
It's here somewhere. We simply need to find it.
Yeah, it must be the Sheldon.
Take that!
Or not? The true identity of the beast that tore the room apart is these shells. With their butter-wooden melt accomplice, the cannon. But war is good for nothing. It only brings destruction. Something we must all strive to understand.
What spectacularly contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion?
Oh, well, it's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so I thought I'd contribute to the show.
This is my show, Mr. Naruto. Kindly perform any particular experiments on your own stage.
Sorry. Ugh. There's a lot of this lion statue, but why would he? Well, this is the lion statue Mr. Jones picked out.
Yes, I wonder. Perhaps if you did live with a lion, it would prove to be a rather sweet companion.
I think that's like a mouse trying to tell his family that the cat around the house is sweet.
I suppose it is a bit of a fly of fancy, isn't it?
Anyway, the beast we're looking for is something else. Let's have a good look around. Can't see anything else though. It's not the shell. Not the shell. Wouldn't the I'm kind of stumped here. There's only 3 items. I can't really, unless there's something else I'm missing. Oh, god damn it! I hate when they do this.
Take that!
The newlywed bride. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride.
Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print picture of your wife, Mr. Gyarados. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured,
we can still make out her mighty arms, and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh,
indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast.
honored might be stretching a point.
Too late. The fact remains that the beast, which so clearly savages room, is your wife, Mr. Gyarados.
Yeah.
The telling traces of her wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Well,
yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madame?
me?
I pray do not consider me unchivalrous.
Oh, hey Commodore. Yep, I'm having fun. Good old Ace Attorney. But man, all the voices are really like working my jaw.
I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
It is.
Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't know about fragile.
Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Jones is quite right. There's no sign of a Miss Gyarados anywhere.
But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Gyarados' wife could be. She's wearing a very large ring. Look.
Oh yes, a sunflower design, with a rather nice with some rather nice embellishments. and it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring.
It looks like it's on the left. It looks like it's on there for life too. I can't imagine it would slide off a finger that size.
That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not say. Do you know Mr. Garrett's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one? It was a large sunflower design as well.
Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it?
Take that!
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to Beast current whereabouts. Huh.
Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in this photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary household maid.
No. You're Mr. Garrett's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrett herself.
Oh my! What? Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmised, this is the wife, yes, my Joanne. Well, let her stuff go, you might say. But she was a bully. Ah!
It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct?
That's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the Sir Regiment. A man has his pride, you know, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ.
Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though, in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly.
You mean Mr. Garrett has his wife work as his maid?
Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrett?
Only in company of, obviously. But listen here. This must remain a secret. Top secret, please. Conclusion: the raging wife of Mr. Garrett. Solved. Topic 2. Aftermath.
Now, Mr. Garrett, it's plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm.
Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrett's wife a beast.
Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garrett is standing beside her husband as we speak.
In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So, perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrett's pain is tangible, though.
What could that pose of his really signify?
This massive slap. Oh my! Look at that bright red mark!
Gosh, that's quite something. and clearly made by somebody's hand.
Yes, Mr. Gyarados has been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard.
I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. Who ever could have done such a thing?
Well, it's a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Take that!
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek.
And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refused to fade was you, Madame Joanne Gyarados.
Well, yes.
You have been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir.
Gyarados. How the blazes did you work that out, man?
Nothing escapes the nose of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow.
That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well,
Now, let's proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subject to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Gyarados to fly into a rage. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for line fodder?
yes, but now we've established that the line never existed. Which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Gyarados' wife.
Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing.
Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact.
Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder?
I'd love to know the answer to that question.
Looking at all these bills, it certainly amounts to a great deal of food.
Mean potatoes by the cartload, was it? Well, looking at the two of them, you can tell immediately who eats the lion's share in this household.
Well, at least we're no longer talking about an actual line anymore.
I see a bookmark with a kiss on it. Ah,
So I must be reading this book at the moment. The bookmark here, look. Mr. Gyarados is clearly an avid reader.
oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's handwriting, in woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And look next to the signature here.
Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture.
Don't get any ideas, Miss Susato. Susao-san.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
So this bookmark is actually a love note then.
Take that!
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
Passionate indeed.
Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here.
What? I don't know the bally woman. You don't know her? That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there.
It was just in there, you say?
That's right. That's what I've been saying! Unlikely story. Now listen here, Joanne, you old thing. I've explained it at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place. And that note must have already been there. So, the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right. That's what I've been saying! Unlikely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name! It's written to James! My name, in case you've forgotten, is Yawn! Unlikely story? Are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicion of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Now, in the final fit of rage, the first beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive wooden carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Oh. This time, madame, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. But surely Miss Gerda didn't eat the carpet? No, of course not. She didn't swing that way. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So, this is the last part of Mr. Sholm's seduction that we need to fix. We need only follow Mrs. Gerardib's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes. The carpet here has been ripped to shreds. Yes, and according to Mr. Sholm's deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. Oh, look here. What is it? If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks. Oh yes, so you can. In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. Let's rethink this with that in mind. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? Oh, this looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me, even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Oh dear, that would be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the three missing from its holder? Ah, no, it's just the carpet again. That's a candle.
Take that!
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Gerardib's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room.
The force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the whole room. And in seconds, the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes, For the most ferocious beast in the world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared his claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there's but one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was a scene of a fire. Mr. Sholmes, I salute you! Conclusion. Carpet scorched by a small fire. Deduction complete. Elementary. Okay, I am gonna save that for next stream because it is getting late for me and I am tired. My jaw hurts so much from some of the lines for some reason. I'm really locked up. My start was so terrible today. We have made like no progress. But tomorrow, I think we're gonna be finishing this investigation and then we'll be on to the trial. Doesn't seem like this game lets you find many clues on your own. Unlike the first like couple of Ace Attorneys. It seems like everything's gonna appear like during the trial. So until then, thank you everyone who joined me today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!